Hey everyone, welcome to video number 1 of this 5-part video mini course on the 1003. Now the very first thing I want you to do is hit F11 on your keyboard. And what this is going to do is going to bring your screen to full capacity so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now what exactly is the 1003? The 1003 is just a basic mortgage application. This is the very first thing that starts the mortgage process. When a customer actually calls into your mortgage office or comes to you to get a loan, this is the very first thing that you do to get the customer's information so you can know where to take them to get them approved. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Another thing I want to let you know about the 1003 is that it is very detailed. It is very important that you learn how to fill this out correctly. This just starts the other process with the other things that you will need to gather, but the 1003 is just the beginning point. Now the first thing I want to point out is the type of mortgage software that I'm using. The software that I'm using now is called Byte, B-Y-T-E. And this is the loan origination software that I use in my day-to-day practice, in my day-to-day job. But there are other softwares out there. There's Calyx Point and Genesis, just to name a couple of popular ones. But what you need to know about mortgage software is that all the documents are uniform. They do the exact same thing. They all gather information from the clients. They all have the same documents inside there, so everything is uniform. So what we're going to do first, we're going to come over here and we're here where it says files, and we're going to come over here and we're going to click new loan, and we're going to click OK here. Now the first thing you want to do when a client comes inside your office, or if they're calling you on the phone, the first thing you want to do is ask for their first and their last name. So we're going to pretend like the person's name is Brian Jackson. You put first and last name there, and then it's asking you for the loan officer's name. So we're gonna put my name here, Richard IOBV. And the loan processor name. Now before we fill out this section here, let me explain to you exactly what a loan processor does. The job of a loan processor is to take all the documents that's concerned with this loan. They gather the income documents, they order the title commitment, they order the appraisal, they gather every document that's associated with this loan, and make sure everything is correct on the 1003. Make sure all the documents are correct before anything is sent up. They're the one that gets everything ready for the underwriter to take a look at. Now most mortgage offices, they might have a processor, but more than likely you're going to be the one that's processing the loan. And even if you do have a processor, it's very important that you know the entire mortgage process. So what we're going to do, we're going to put my name here as the mortgage processor, since I will be the one processing the loans. So we'll come here, we'll click OK. Now once we get ready to fill out the mortgage application, we're going to come over here to where it says loan application and processing. But I want you to take a look down here first and watch what happened. It's letting me know that when the file was created, the date and the time. It's also letting me know the last time it was viewed. And it's letting me know the person's name, which is sitting right here. So we're going to come over here and click loan application. And we want to go to page 1 of our 1003. So we're going to hit edit. Now before we get started, I want to point out to you that this is just the pre-qualification process. Now what pre-qualification means is that the customer just wants to know what they can get approved for. exactly what amount they can get approved for and what is going to be the initial interest rate. At this step, you know nothing at all about that information. You don't know what they're approved for. You don't know the interest rate. You don't know any of that. The only thing this part of the only thing you know is that you have to get this information so you can find out what that rate and what that loan amount is going to be for him. So the first thing we're going to do, where it says type of mortgage and terms of loan, we're going to start here. Now when you're taking the application, you're probably going to start somewhere down here. Once you're asking for his name and his last name, and then you're going to start down here by filling this information. But for the sake of this video, you're going to need to know how to do all this, because you're going to come back up here and fill all of this out. So we come here where it says mortgage applied for. We're going to put conventional. You see it has VA, FHA, conventional, USDA rule, or other. Now let's come over here where it says agency case number and lender case number. You don't know what these things are because, like I just reiterated, that this is just a pre-qualification process. So we come right here, the base loan amount. What I used to do, if a customer just wants to know what they can get approved for, I usually just set a minimum based on loan amount that I use every time. So my base loan amount I always use is $100,000. Now after I get the approval, if I need to go up or down when I submit it to the underwriter, then I'll adjust at that point. If the customer wants to go up, and I can just adjust it. If they want to go down, I can just adjust it. The interest rate, I usually put 7.5 as my interest rate. As you see, months right here, 360. This is a 30-year fixed loan right here. This is 30 years right here. Where it says amort type, that means amortization type. And what that is just asking you, how is this loan going to be what is it going to be set? Is it going to be fixed? Are there going to be graduated payment each month, graduated payment monthly? Is it going to be an ARM? Or is there any other type of financing? So what we're going to do, we're going to come over here and click fixed. Now as we come down here where it says subject property address, when I don't know exact address, I either put TBD for to be determined, or 123 Ennis Street. Then we come over here, we're going to type for the city, wherever they call it from. I usually put that there, so we'll put Montgomery, Alabama. Most of this right here is self-explanatory. And then it's asking for the number of units, which is 1. Number of units, just asking how many houses. Now this section right here is asking for your legal description and the year built. You're going to get this information off the title work or either the appraisal once you order those. But since this is just a pre-approval process, you're not going to know this information. Then it's asking for the county. So we're going to go down here and find Montgomery County. There we are. Click there. Now it's asking for the purpose of this loan. Is this going to be a purchase? Is this going to be a refinance? Is this going to be a construction to permanent, or other? For the sake of this video right here, we're going to put purchase right here, and we're going to click purchase. Now if this is a refinance or construction loan or construction to perm loan,